What's up, guys? It's James with 420 Overlook. I was just reading a news article just posted today that Sean Spicer, for y'all that don't know who he is, he's the press secretary for the White House. He came out and said that here in 2017 we can expect the government to step up marijuana laws, the enforcement of marijuana laws federally, and a crackdown on the sales of legal marijuana. Well, that created shockwaves in Colorado because they're now almost their whole economy is based strictly on the sales of marijuana. I mean, last year they just had over $1 billion worth of sales, which uh, that funneled down into over $103 million for the state of Colorado that went back into schools and homeless shelters and hospitals and things like that. Totally helped the state. If the government was to come and try to enforce federal laws against legal marijuana sales, it would cost trillions of dollars to shut down legal marijuana sales. It would be very bad for the economy. It would cost way more than it's worth. It would almost be impossible to do. I do not believe that it's a threat that the sales of legal marijuana being shut down or stopped is a threat. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it can happen. I know that the federal government has the authority to do that. But what I'm saying is that the cost is so it's not cost effective at all. It would be extremely difficult. And like I said, that's not all. The damage it would do to the economy makes almost not worth it. It would hurt the economy severely. It would put us in the rankings of like a third world country, in fact. And also, when Donald Trump ran, he ran on, one of the platforms he ran on is that marijuana sales should be handled on the state level. If he actually enforces federal law, he's becoming a hypocrite, and it means he lied to every American in the world. I mean, just every American. He lied because he said that it should be handled. The federal government, he will have nothing to do with it. He doesn't want nothing to do with it. He thinks the way it's been running is fine. He was actually for marijuana sales. He thought that the strength that provided for the economy was great and terrific, and he felt that it should be handled on the state level. So if he comes back and starts trying to enforce federal law, he lied. He lied to all of us, which is that's a lot of people. Also, Sean Spicer tried to claim that marijuana is causing a opioid epidemic in the country. There's a problem with that. Marijuana is not an opioid. It's a narcotic, but it's not an opioid. An opioid is a type of narcotic. Not every narcotic is an opioid. I mean, that don't make no sense to say. That was just stupid. That shows how unintelligent that fucking idiot is. How could you say something like that? Maybe you should have Googled that before you said it. I don't understand that. That's like me saying, aluminum is steel. Well, I mean, it's a metal, but it's not steel. I mean, they're two different types of metal. You see what I mean? That was crazy. Marijuana is not an opioid. And he said that it's causing a opioid pandemic in this country. It's not an opioid. Marijuana is not an opioid. Just because it's narcotic doesn't mean it's an opioid. THC isn't an opioid. Morphine's an opioid. Heroin's an opioid. I mean, Demerol is an opioid. Hell, Tramadol is an opioid. Come on, man. You sound stupid when you say shit like that. You sound stupid on TV in front of millions of people. Also, he said that since the legalization of marijuana, there's been in the states that are selling it legally, they've noticed a spike in the number of minors being admitted into emergency rooms due to drug overdoses or drug-related things. Here's another problem with that. He's just literally, all that is they're saying something to try to make it look bad, to try to snowball their cause to make themselves look better, to make it look like this is something that's terrible. Let me explain something to you. That's a lie. And the fact that our government officials are lying to us pisses me off. It makes me think they shouldn't, or it don't make me think they just shouldn't be there if they're going to fucking lie to us like that. Here's what I'm getting at. Marijuana, you cannot overdose on it. You can't. It's scientifically impossible. It's physically impossible. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. I mean, the odds of overdosing on marijuana, you're more likely to walk outside on a hot July day and have snow fall on your fucking head. That's the odds of overdosing on marijuana, because you can't. You just can't. You would, if you smoke it, you would die from carbon monoxide poisoning before you died from the actual marijuana itself. That's fact. That's not my opinion. Fucking do your own research. I'm not going to fucking sit here and argue with y'all that want to try to say I'm wrong, because if you say I am, you're a fucking idiot too, and you are a victim of popular belief, and you repeat what you've heard. You've not done your own research, and I'm not going to sit here and argue with your ignorance. So, even if minors are using it, which they are, there's no doubt, but it's not because it's legal. They've been doing it for since the fucking 50s, 60s, 70s. It's not because marijuana's legal now. I promise you that. You're not, if you stop legal marijuana sales, you're not preventing minors from getting it. That's just stupid to even think. You're ignorant for it. But to say that they've seen a spike in emergency room admittances is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, and I've heard lots of stupid shit, especially coming from folks like Sean Spicer. It's just wrong, and it's a fucking out and right lie. I mean, there is no chance of overdosing on that. There is no chance, and it also doesn't cause injury. It can't cause harm. It just doesn't. And the fact they're going after marijuana really pisses me off. Not that I don't smoke marijuana. I don't smoke anything. I'm not a smoker. I'm not comfortable with putting anything in my lung like that. But I've done a lot of research, and I am pro-cannabis. It's very good. It has saved my mom's life. And like I said, there's other ways in other videos. Check out our other videos, guys. There's other ways to consume marijuana. Eating it is one of them ways. And I have ate it. I have used it to treat my pain. I have a fractured L4 and a fractured L3 along with a crushed disc. And I have also broke over 20 bones in my body throughout my lifetime. And I hurt every day somewhere. And it's chronic. So I use it to treat my pain, and it works, and it helps. And you know what? It's healthier, and it's better than taking all them fucking pills they try to give me, like Norco and Neurontin and Tramadol. That shit is bad for you. That's bad. Marijuana is better. It's healthier, and it works. And it works just as well. Now, to say that it's caused an injury or it's caused harm in any way is an out and outright lie. It's not true. I'm not going to believe it. And if you do, you're weak-minded and you're ignorant. And you, like I said, you're a victim of popular belief. You've not done your own research. You've just taken someone else's word for it. And I'm not asking you to take my word for it just because I'm arguing for marijuana. Go do your own research and then decide if I'm right or if Sean Spicer's right. I promise you, you're going to find that I'm right. There has never been a death in recorded history attributed to marijuana. There's never, in any record in mankind's history, has there ever been a death caused from marijuana. But yet things like alcohol are illegal and tobacco. How many people die from that a year? Countless. You can't count them. There's too many. On this planet, I'm not talking about just in the country, just in general. Alcohol and tobacco is legal everywhere, in every country. Every country. And it's fucking bullshit that they allow alcohol sales to continue and tobacco sales to continue, but they try to attack and go after marijuana. That shows the ignorance of our leaders, our government officials, who's literally leading our country and leading us. And what they're doing is leading us down a road that's going to end up end up bad for us, harming us. Not good. Just not good at all. Tobacco sales nor alcohol sales, neither one has helped this economy in any fucking way. It's only harmed it. You know why? I know what you're saying. No, bullshit. The alcohol sales are high. Yeah, they're high. So are death. So is the death toll. The death count's high. Guess what? That costs a lot of money. You know why? Like, for example, tobacco sales. It doesn't just kill you instantly like alcohol can. You drink alcohol, get in your car, you go fucking die. Big fucking whoop-de-doo, good for you. Tobacco, you get cancer first, and it's a long drawn out process where you got to get treated, and it costs millions and thousands and fucking dollars, and the person suffers, then they die. That hurts the economy. But, that's also why tobacco is legal. It puts money in doctors' pockets. That's why they don't want to legalize it and, probate it, because how will the doctors make money then? Cancer is lucrative. Sorry, that's just the facts. Marijuana heals cancer. It doesn't cause it. So that's one reason why they don't want marijuana legal, because it, even though it helps our economy, they're blind to that. They're only thinking of how much money they can make off chemo treatment and things like that, which actually they're not. That's helping an individual. That's helping an individual with their pursuit of happiness and their well-being and their financial gain. It is not helping the economy of the country. Marijuana does. It puts money, millions of dollars worth, back into the state's pocket that goes back into our roads, our schools, our hospitals, our youth centers. So do your own research. Don't just believe some idiot on YouTube like me, and for sure don't believe an idiot that's in the White House named Sean Spicer or anyone like that, because them fucking idiots are literally saying what they can to make you against it. And they know you will believe it because, that's what Americans do. They hear it on the news and they believe it and they take the ball and run with it. They're blind to the fact. They're a victim of popular belief. And so therefore they don't do their own research and they just believe whatever they hear. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it, but you'll find I'm right. But you can still go ahead and do the research if you want and waste your own time. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this on your media. Good night.